Hello everybody, welcome back to another Beam live stream. Today we are here with the Season 1 Stadium Series 2 finale. This is stop number 4, the last stop, and a champion will be crowned today. Very excited to be here as we have 12 drivers who are ready to take action. This is going to be a lot of fun. We've already crowned one series champion from Stadium Series 1. That was Gravedigger. We had our first 6 World Finals qualifiers as well, with Beam Monsters, Gravedigger, Shaker, Avenger, Stabilizer, and Uproar. And today, we're going to add 6 more drivers to the World Finals and crown another series champion. It is going to be a lot of fun. Very excited to have you all here. And I can't wait to get this show on the road. Check something real fast. Awesome. That is working correctly. That is all I care about. Get my stream all loaded here, and then we will be ready to rock and roll. Make sure. Okay, well, I don't want to see an ad. This is going to be a lot of fun. We had ourselves a really good finale for show number 1. It was pretty exciting. A lot of points changes. There were a lot of drivers who switched spots, whether it would be to qualify when they weren't previously qualifying, to be demoted when they weren't previously demoted. It is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, cool. I can hear myself and see the stream. That is all I care about. So, let's give you guys a little bit of an update on what this series looks like. It's been a while since we have seen this series, so give you guys the points update, where everything stands, and what is on the line for today. Sitting in first place is the truck right there, Black Pearl. He has 79 points. As of right now, that means he is the series champion and going to the World Finals. To remind you guys, the series champions will get custom bodies / paint jobs in the next season. So that is something that will help them stand out from the rest. The World Finals champions will also have that as well. The top 6 drivers on every Stadium Series get qualified. We have Alien Invasion in second place with 69 points, 10 points out of first. It's going to be tough for an Alien Invasion Series championship or for anyone to overtake Black Pearl with the way he's been consistent, but it is not out of the picture. Son of a Digger has 67, Axe has 66 in 4th, Kraken has 65 in 5th, and Max D has 60 in 6th. Realistically, any of those drivers could still win this series, but it is highly unlikely. Then we go to 7th and 8th. These would be 2 trucks that would not go to the World Finals, but would currently be staying on the stadiums next year. That would be Blue Thunder with 56 and Wildside with 55. Blue Thunder is 4 points out of a World Final spot. Wildside only 5 points out. It is not out of the picture. Then we go to numbers 9 and 10. These would be the 2 trucks that are sent down to the arenas. Right now, that would be Wonder Woman with 51 and Mayhem with 50. Still very much within reach that they stay at the stadiums. And then your last 2 spots right now are the 2 trucks that would be taken off of touring action altogether. El Toro Loco with 49, 1 point from being safe, and Bad Company with 34, currently 16 points away from being safe. So I think Bad Company's pretty much packing it in. But El Toro Loco very much alive, very much a possibility to make it back next season, but we will have to wait and see if he can get it done. And it all starts with the very first competition of the day, which will be racing. It is a very, very fun track. We are here in Houston 2014. I like this track a lot. I was excited to get to use it, so we will see how the racing competition goes. Definitely one of those tracks that I enjoy driving on. It's Jersey style, but it's also a bit of a tighter track. I did a lot of practice passes on here to feel it out, see how the track is going to run, and I gotta say, it is not going to be a cakewalk for every driver. There's a couple things that could get in the way of your racing pass and definitely slow you down. Your first competitor in racing will be Bad Company, because racing will be reverse order of how they are currently sitting on the series, and with Bad Company being in last still, well, he's going to be your lead-off driver here. Let me get our clock ready to go. Bad Company's to the line, and our first race of the day is underway. Got a couple cars and vans out there. Bad Company's really playing it safe right now. You could tell he's really not trying to drive all too hard because, well, there's not much on the line for him. Coming around this last corner, and that is a 23.32 for Bad Company. I think Bad Company's kind of just packing it in for now and not really worrying about much. You can kind of tell in the way he's been driving the last two events at this point. Got my thing too close to me over here. Hello? Hello? Why is this not working? Come on. Come on. There we go. Nope. Nope. There we go. Sorry, the thing's being a little silly. Just a little silly. Alright. Our next truck out's going to be El Toro Loco, trying to save his hopes. Also, I do intend to finish the Arena Series as well this week, or at least one of them. That is my plan. Alright, El Toro Loco's to the line. He is off and ready to go. There is a lot on the line for this El Toro Loco truck, so you better believe he's going to be giving it his all from the very beginning today. Great pass for El Toro Loco, a 22.83. Kind of slowed down a little bit at the end there, but that's all right. He still has a chance to have a good time. We don't know how these times are going to look yet, but 22.83 is a good one. So that'll bring out the Mayhem. Mayhem, 10th place on this series, and again, these first few trucks really have to put down good runs. They can't afford to be at the bottom of the pack in racing, as they'll be setting themselves up for failure for the rest of the day today. That is a 23.72. So, ironically enough, Bad Company's slow run has actually held himself in second place right now. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race, guys. Man, I can't type today. Is my brain working alright? Wonder Woman's going to be up next, another truck that is currently in position to be demoted. Alright, Wonder Woman's at the line. Gotta watch out for those cars that are in the middle. Oh my, that was a terrible bounce. What a great final turn, though. But it's a 24.57, so the times are getting slower and slower. So that's not ideal. Hello, everybody. We got a lot more people coming in now. Good to see you all. All right. Our next truck's going to be Wildside. Wildside has had a bit of a fall off recently. Has had a couple... What in the world? Why is the truck body invisible like that? Maybe I need to do this one? Weird. I've never seen it. Does anyone know how to fix this? What in the world? Why is the opacity gone down? Okay, I mean, I guess that kind of works. But why is it doing that? That's weird. Well, I guess we'll just run a different body today. Alright, well, I guess we'll just roll with this. That's fine. Alright. Oh boy, some troubles for Wildside. That's not good. Oh my, this is real. Oh, well, thankfully that dumpster's invisible. Boy, Wildside with a 26-second time, just throwing it away these last 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on with this truck, but just not working. It was a 26.17. That's very not good. I want to look at something real quick. Hold on. Huh. So there's not a 2025 Wildside in here. That's really interesting. So that means that I just changed the body to a new body. I want to look at this real quick. Huh. So there's different, that's interesting. I gotta look further into that, because I didn't know that was even an option. Until right now. Can I type today? Blue Thunder's up next, and don't forget it is McDonald's Blue Thunder. Can't forget that. I just want to look really quickly at the body options for this truck. I have a feeling there won't be as many. Oh, wow. What is that? Interesting. So... Huh. So it's almost as if it takes, fascinating. I didn't think I even had a Thunderosaurus on a CRD. Is that even a thing? Hold on. I mean, I know I have... I do. Okay. That's interesting. I gotta, keep my eye on that. I've never played around with that before. Sorry for the brief aside, but that's neat. So Blue Thunder will be next. El Toro Loco still sits in first, which is really important for him. We've had a lot of drivers that are really, falling off right now. El Toro Loco, I can tell you, is just guaranteed that he's now out of that... Oh no, what's happening to Blue Thunder? What is going on this track? Suddenly no one can race. Oh my goodness. No one can handle this track. It's a 26.3. That's last. So everybody is coming out and doing worse than the truck before them. I don't know how that's even possible, but it's happening. So maybe Max D can save the day. You're gonna need him to. I'm not gonna lie. So I want to look at this real quick. This is gonna be the last time I look at the bodies, but I just want to see what things there are in here. What did that didn't do anything. No, that didn't do anything. So this looks like it'll just change. Okay. Interesting. So it looks like if you have those bodies already, that's really interesting. I can't can't believe I never knew that was a thing, but I mean, how would I? So Max D coming up next has a real chance to run away with this. El Toro Loco with a 22.83. I feel like there's got to be room for better runs than that. Oh, the car got in his way. Oh my goodness, no. We're gonna redo this. And we're taking the cars out because I can't. They would have reset that and the car was totally in the way. This happened to me in practice, where these cars were a real problem. That's better. A little souvenir for somebody. Just get out of the way. That works. Alright, that's better. We're going to reset that. They've just been a problem. I mean, the other runs that they've been a problem, they were actually, like... They weren't in the way, they were just hit. But here, that was like... That just caused a problem. And it shouldn't have, so... Maxie having a pretty good pass right now. It's going to come down to this final corner. And it's a 23.55, so somehow... Bad Company still is in second place after a not even trying pass, which is really funny, but Max D finishes in third. Or not finishes, but is currently in third. I messed up my respawn point, so I gotta reset it here, because I'm a goober. Alright. Next up's gonna be Kraken. Kraken entered stop 3 in first, which is fascinating. But he found himself all the way down in 5th at the end of that event. Man, why is it suddenly doing that? Oh, sorry, it's not wheel, it's tire. Okay, whatever. He's apparently running different rears today. I don't know why. Strange, but whatever. So here comes the Kraken. Other trucks with this chassis type have had some real problems today. So Kraken hoping to sort those problems out. This lane has also been driving a little bit smoother than the other one. That was a really good pass out of Kraken. It's a 23.01. So he is going to take himself to second place right now with that pass. That's going to put some pressure on the drivers above him, which are the drivers we're going to see next. That's going to bring up Axe. Very excited to see Axe drive on this track. Axe in 4th place right now, trying to push his way to the World Finals. Now, I do want to see something. I know, obviously, that's filtering in, but... if I do this... It's got a load, but it is. Okay, that's interesting. And then there's a custom. Ooh, okay, I like this. Alright, neat. Again, I had no idea that any of these things were a thing, so... I've been running this specific Axe body because the other chassis that I had of it didn't work. That reminds... I want to try something real quick. Hold on. Yeah, that still doesn't work. Hold on. Yeah, alright, well, I just wanted to try that, see if I could maybe fix my terminal velocity problem, but I couldn't. Are you kidding me? It's making me go all the way over here to do all this. Alright. Well, after that little experiment, Axe is ready to go. This track is definitely not an easy one. This is testing the boundaries of these drivers' racing abilities. It's a good track, though, for a final show. I mean, this is really separating the men from the boys here. Alright, 24.26 for Axe. It might not seem like a good time to you, but it's actually 5th place. It's not a great time, but I've had a lot of really bad runs today. So, Son of a Digger will be next. I always forget if I need to put the dash in there. And the answer is yes. I'm sorry that I'm doing this during the show. I'm trying to see. Huh. Interesting. Alright, cool. So, Son of a Digger will be next. This truck's got a lot riding on this. He's one of the top drivers on this series. Good pass, 23.3. That is 3rd place for the Son of a Digger truck. I gotta say, this track is running very weird. I'm not, like, these times aren't making any sense to me, but, well, they're happening, so. So now here's a prime example of one. I've got, you can see all the Alien Invasion trucks that I have there, and now I can really look and see if there's anything different that's showing up in this that isn't showing up in any of the other ones. Definitely. I didn't see an Alien Invasion Nitro in there. I saw Alien Invasion Ice, I saw Gears, I saw Inverse, but I didn't see Nitro, so that's interesting. This is fascinating. I'm learning so much today. Obviously, that's just going to change the body. It's not going to change the wheels and such, but it's still interesting. Alien Invasion's been very consistent on this series. It's why he's in the top 3. Top 2, I should say. .41. Oh my goodness! Where did that come from Alien Invasion? That was the fastest pass of the night. By 0.4 of a second. So he's putting a lot of pressure. Oh, there is a Nitro. So there's a Nitro, there's an Ice. Alright, so then that was every single truck that I saw in there. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. I like it. I like that the fact that it's all right there in one place, though. So Black Pearl now has a lot of pressure being put on him, because if he places really low here, like we've seen some of these other trucks, well, Alien Invasion's done everything he has to do. So this is going to be not a cakewalk for him. But Black Pearl is your series leader, and obviously that is for a reason. He's been driving very well all season long. Gonna try and keep it up here today. Careful going into that corner. Oh my, he's running into a little bit of trouble. He's gonna need to nail this final corner here. Well, he does. Oh my! So 24.04. He definitely just threw the truck out there trying to guarantee a good time. He saved himself probably a spot or two by doing that, but he just lost some serious points with that run. A 24.04 places him 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. So Alien Invasion gained 7 points on Black Pearl in this competition and was 10 points out entering the day. That means Alien Invasion only has to make up 3 more points in the rest of this event. Whee! I didn't expect that. I really didn't. So that's a doozy. Definitely a doozy. I also lost my Spider-Man and Iron Man Rob when I downloaded the new pack. Something's wrong with that new Beam chassis pack, and they won't fix it, and they claim that it's us that's the problem. So, that's incorrect. It did not... Boss, that did not fix the problem. The chassis pack, the new BeamNG chassis pack is not working. It gets rid of all the old trucks before the update. They are all gone. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened, but it is the case. So, it happened to me as well, and I have cleared my cache. So, two-wheel skill is going to be next. Blue Thunder is going to be your first truck in this competition, and I gotta say, Blue Thunder is going to need a really good two-wheel skills run here. He can't afford to lose that many points today. Now, after the two-wheel skills competition, we'll do a brief update on where the points are at so that you guys will know, going into freestyle, what needs to happen. Also, all of you watching, pay attention! You guys are about to be the judges for the rest of today's event. Starting in two-wheel skills, the trucks are going to get 2 moves to do 2 wheels maneuvers. I don't care. You guys are judging, though, so pay close attention, and in the live chat, comment your score from 1 to 10 after the run is over. I'll be taking the average of those scores. That's interesting, Hayden. That might actually work for some of those new packs, for the new pack. Unpopular opinion, new Feld trucks are good? That is a bad opinion. Alright, so. Well, Evan, focus on your war zone and, win, and then you can judge. Alright, this is going to be an interesting track. I really haven't paid attention to it two-wheel skills-wise, so let's see how it plays in this competition. Hey, the Bobby Z and Rec Deck. Alright, here comes Blue Thunder. Needing a good run. Ooh, we got a little combo. Oh, no! Oh, he's broken it big time. Well, we're going to let him keep running here and see if he can make something happen for a second move, but I don't know how possible that's going to be. I don't know if I can even get to a second move here. I'm going to try, though. We got to give everyone a chance. Oh my, this is really bad. Trying to just get it up this ramp. It's not even working. We're gonna make something happen. Promise you, we're gonna make something happen here. Everyone deserves a fair... Everyone deserves a fair chance. Alright, screw it. We're just gonna... Yeah, had to just throw it in something there. That was it. We're calling it there. That's the end of the run. That truck is cooked. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That thing is done. We need to take that thing out behind the barn and shoot it. Because, whew, let's see the scores in the comments. That's just not great for Blue Thunder. But the first move was good. So, we'll see what you guys thought. That's going to bring out the Wild Side truck. Gonna probably have to fix the body on this, but we'll see. Yep. That works just for now. I'd rather have that than a texture not showing up. Alright. So, scores are in for Blue Thunder. It is going to be a 6.9. Not great. Really had a good first move, but lost it on the second one. So here comes Wild Side. Climbing up on top of the backflip ramp. A little stuck on top of the backflip ramp. Come on now. Come on now. This is a move right here. Still a move. Oh my! He's on top of the backflip ramp, and he's gonna fall right off of it. All right. Well, that no, it's just the silly body getting in the way. This track's going to be really interesting for two-wheel, I'll tell you what. No idea how it's going to work for a lot of it, but we'll see. Oh my, Wild Side tossing her around. Alright, well, that's his 2 moves in the books. Let's see your scores. Get our next truck out and ready, which will be Wonder Woman. See, now this will be a good truck to check this out because Wonder Woman doesn't have any extra variants on in my thing. So let's see. Oh, okay, that's just the... Alright, so it pretty much is just any of the other trucks. That's interesting. Alright. Scores are in for Wild Side. It is an 8.2. Interesting score. We had a couple people give really high numbers and a couple people give really low numbers. So we'll see if that'll hold well. That's going to bring out the Wonder Woman. This truck's had a bit of an interesting season so far. Going for a bit of a reverse popper, flipping it over. Alright. Well, that works. Wonder Woman's first move is in the books. Let's see move number 2. Ooh, popped a slap wheelie out of it. Nice. And barely kissed the wall. Not bad. Let's see the scores. For Wonder Woman. Find a mod that puts Who-Man in the stands? That's funny. Alright, I've given you all plenty of time. Scores are in. And it is a 7.36 for Wonder Woman. Not boding well for the future of Blue Thunder, I gotta say. Here comes Axe. A slap wheelie for Axe. Oh my. Oh, and another truck destroys himself. What the heck? Gotta be smarter than that. Well, we're gonna have to figure something out here. Oh my. Well, that was a thing. Score it in the comments and let's see what you thought. Well, that was silly. I'm driving a little crappily today. I don't know why. Alright, you guys are getting them scores in. Very good. I'm very proud of you. Alright. The scores are in for Axe. It is a 7.1. Here comes Black Pearl, your series leader, holding on to a 3-point lead right now. He's going to need to have a good two-wheel run. Keep himself going. Gotta protect himself against alien invasion. Now that was solid right there for Black Pearl. We'll see what move number 2 holds for him. Lining up in front of the backflip ramp. Oh boy! Rolling over! Oh yes! Black Pearl did a little consecutive backflip there. Let's see the scores. Hey, Black Pearl knew. It's crunch time. This is the final event. If you want to win this series, you got to go big. And doing a backflip in two-wheel skills, that's a good way to go big. So let's see those scores. Find out what happens to Black Pearl. If he wants to hold this series, he had to do something like that. Mayhem's going to be up next at a pretty good racing pass. He's going to need to have another solid skills run to stay alive. Since this is the end, when's the next series start? There's going to be no, like, break. I'm just going to keep going from one series to the other till the World Finals. We've got 2 more arena shows to do, then I'm going to do the World Finals, and then after the World Finals, get myself ready for season number 2, and then we'll jump into season number 2. Season number 2 is going to look a lot like this season. I've got some bigger changes for season 3 that are going to happen, but I need to have season 2 to be the same way it is right now, but there will be a couple changes in the way things are being done in order for season 3 to go the big change I want to make in terms of changing around, adding tours and whatever. But for right now, season 1 or 2 and 2 are going to look pretty similar. Alright, scores are in for Black Pearl. The score is an 8.8, and that is your new leader in this competition. So that's going to bring out Mayhem. A member of Team Scream Racing. Lining up for the backflip. Oh no! The truck kicked itself over! Oh my goodness. That is awful. There was no reason for that to happen. The truck just decided to stop and flip over. And that is a heartbreaking fall there for Mayhem. Let's see your scores. Mayhem scores coming in are not looking pretty. And that is the end of the run for Mayhem. The scores are in. It is a 4.3. A lot of these drivers not doing very well in this final event of the series. Here comes Max D. Oh no! Oh, I'm so ass. Oh my goodness. Max D's flipped it over too. I just can't do anything right today. My goodness. Someone take the keys out of my hand. Thankfully it's been fair for everybody, but I just suck today. I'm really costing everyone a chance at making the World Finals here. This is just bad. Thankfully it's, again, even for everyone, but whew. I'm awful. I'm just driving as mid can be. Ugh. Everyone is acting like bots. It's very funny. Monster Jam Fan 5000 said, worst show ever right now. Oh, it's my water. That's why, idiot. Hey, there's still freestyle to go. We can't be assuming this is the end. It's going to be a 2.8 for Max D. Not good. That's going to hurt him. Here's Bad Company. Oh, he jumped over that car. Can he save it? Yes! Bad Company. Finally doing something good. Well, that's nice. He's trying to save the show for everyone else. I've had such a bad day, he's trying to keep it positive. Can Bad Company's comeback be real right now? Oh my, that's the wall. We're gonna set her down right there. Alright, Bad Company, let's see the scores. Well, that was a pretty good run at a Bad Company. We'll see if it is enough for him to grab a win today. Could you imagine? All right. You guys are doing all your scoring right there. And we're going to close it. All right, Bad Company with a good run pulls out an 8.9 and is your new leader. I think I know why I'm driving this way. I'm a little worn out. It's been I had a lot of work at work this week. It was a very long work week. So I think my brain's just a little bit fried today. I'm just like, ugh. Don't want to do anything. But I wanted to do one of these streams, and again, thankfully, it's fair for everybody. No one's got an unfair disadvantage. Here's Son of a Digger's Run. Let's pay attention here, everybody. Oh my! Well, that was a big move out of Son of a Digger right there. And that was move number 1. He broke that rear 4-link bar, but not going to stop him. Thankfully, that doesn't really impact the trucks very much. Also totally destroyed the chassis, but that's okay. Oh my! Son of a Digger came out to play today. Trying to win that series. He knows what's at stake. My goodness. That was a pretty big run out of Son of a Digger. Let's see the scores. Wow, that was crazy. Well then. He came in pretty aggressive. Very aggressive, I might say. Stupid. I'm definitely gonna have to clear my cache after today. That's annoying. I hate clearing my damn cache. It's the most annoying thing ever. Alright, scores are in for Son of a Digger, and it's a 9.48, and that is your new leader in this competition. He saw that there's a chance for him to win this series. And that means he now just gained another 2 points on Black Pearl and 2-wheel, and gained a couple on him in racing. So, Son of a Digger was only 12 points out of first. It's possible that he walks away with a series win today. Here comes Kraken. Alright, here comes Kraken. Oh, what the heck? That gave me no bounce. This track's driving very weird. Well, here comes Kraken's second move. Going for a backflip to moonwalk, but that little dumpster got in the way. Still pulled it off a little bit, though, so let's see the scores. Man, things are just not clicking, but everyone's trying to go big. They realize what's at stake here. This is a very, very important competition for all these drivers, especially some of the ones that placed high in racing. They realize they've got a real chance to attack here the rest of the way, and this next truck, El Toro Loco, knows that better than anyone, because he went from being in 11th to now he's probably in 7th or 8th at this point. How long have I had my PC? A little over a year now. Alright, I think it's time to close the scores. Kraken, 6.8. Not great for him. That actually put him right at the bottom. So he went to go big and kind of failed. Here comes El Toro Loco. Someone remind me again how to do the smoke, because I don't remember. Alright, here comes El Toro Loco. Alright, that's move number 1 for El Toro Loco. He's got 1 move left. Oh no. Well, the momentum kind of worked there. That counts. This counts for a move. That was all momentum. Still walking it. Alright, that is it, El Toro Loco. Great job. T, thank you. I gotta write this down somewhere. T for Toro. I know you can blow smoke without the hood. It's because the smoke isn't connected to the hood, it's connected to the chassis. We've only got 1 truck left here in 2-wheel. That'll be Alien Invasion. Alright, scores are in. It is an 8.7 for El Toro Loco, and that is 4th place, so another good jump in the points. That's going to bring out the Alien Invasion truck. Now this truck's got to go big here in this competition. He knows what's at stake. He knows where Black Pearl finished. He's got to put on a good run. That hunt for the series championship very much alive for Alien Invasion right now. He's put it onto the sidewalls from one side to the other. And back onto the other side. Alright, that was 1 move for Alien Invasion. This truck just continues to have success. We'll see if he can pull off a good 2-wheel move on move number 2. Flips it over. He's got it balanced on the front. Now he's moonwalking it as well. And Alien Invasion with a good run. Let's see the scores. This is a very, very critical score from you guys. Commented in the live chat. This one could make or break this series championship right now. Gonna change to the freestyle track here. Gotta go up. We're in Houston. Here we go. There's Houston Freestyle. This is a huge run right here. Huge run. Need everybody participating. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. It would help me out if everyone hit that like button. All right. Do I do online leagues? No, I don't. All right. Alien Invasion's score is in. The score for Alien Invasion's at 8.84. And that is going to place him above Black Pearl by 1 spot. Which means that going into Freestyle, Alien Invasion will be 2 points out of first. Totally different from the other series in which Gravedigger had it clinched going into Freestyle. That is not the case here. Alien Invasion has a chance, and we're also going to tally up the rest of the points right now to see where we are at. This is a big deal, guys. This is a big deal. And I can't wait to see where we're at. So let me just tally up these points real quick. Give me a second. Can this thing work right? Oh my goodness, I'm about to throw this microphone out the window. Hello? Hello? I need to buy a new one, bro. I need to buy a new one. It's time. It's time. I'm going to put one in the cart right now. It's time to buy a new one. I'm not even wasting any time anymore. Huh. There it is. Can I get a different color? Ooh, I can. There's Midnight Blue, Pink Dawn, Silver, White Mist, and White Out. Ooh. High key, I want to get the silver. Which one should I get, chat? I currently have the black, which is this. I can get the blue, which is this. I can get the pink. Pink is fire, but it's not the best. If there was a purple, I'd be buying purple. There's silver, which is that. There is White Mist, which looks pretty much the same as silver, which is that. And then there is White Out, which is that. I don't know. What should we do? Pink kind of looks fire, I'm not going to lie. Pink does look fire. But when I bring a woman home one day, she'd be like, why do you have a pink microphone? Well, because it looks cool. If it was darker pink, I'd say that one, but buy the black or silver. Well, I don't want to buy black because I already have black. I agree. I feel like the pink, if the pink was darker, I'd buy it because it looks really cool. But Life Changer, you have the ability to mute people if you want, and I give you full power to mute him if he keeps going because this is really annoying. I just don't want to be the bad guy. That's why I made you a mod. I put you in charge. Blue. All right. We're gonna do what the chat says, and we're gonna add blue to the cart. Nope, don't need a protection plan. All right. Well, put the blue in the cart. We're gonna get blue. Awesome. Locked in. All right, let's tally up the numbers. The microphone pissed me off, and I need to get another one. All right, so Alien Invasion 12, and then 10, so 22. Toro with 11 and 8, 19. I can't read it aloud like that. I just have to. Kraken 10 and 13. Son of a Digger 9 and 21. Alien Invasion really just put a lot of pressure on Son of a Digger there, making it a lot tougher for him. Bad Company with 8 and 11, so 19. Gotta say, Bad Company might have a chance. He was 16 points out. I gotta say, there's a chance he's still alive. Max D with 7 and 5, so 12. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Not good. Mayhem with 6 and 2, 8. Black Pearl 5 and 9, so 14. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Axe 4 and 5, 9. That's interesting. This is gonna be close, guys. Wonder Woman with 3 and 6, so 9. This is actually gonna be a lot closer than I thought. Wild Side with 2 and 7, so 8. Guys, this is nuts. And then Blue Thunder with 1 and 4, so 5. Yikes. Guys, this is crazy. You're not ready for these points that I'm about to tell you. Hold on. You're really not ready for these points. You're actually not. Y'all ain't ready. You're really not. Okay. That is it. All right, so in first place with 93 points, Black Pearl. We knew that. Alien Invasion's in second with 91. Son of a Digger is in third with 88, so he's 5 points out. That's still within reach. Those are the only 3 drivers that can win this series. Kraken is in fourth with 78. Axe is in fifth with 75. Max D is in sixth with 72. El Toro Loco went from 11th to 7th with 68. Wildside with 63 is in 8th. Blue Thunder's in 9th with 61. Wonder Woman's in 10th with 60. Mayhem is now in 11th with 58. And Bad Company is 53. Not out of the question yet. It's just very unlikely. So, this is crazy. Shout out to WMod Life Changer for muting Riker. Big fan of that. Big fan. I wouldn't say, I don't know, I don't think you banned him. Just muted him, which is good. This is really interesting. This is going to be fun. So we'll go into freestyle here. Before we do that, obviously we've got to do our random vehicle freestyle that you guys all love very much. I set the precedent for that, and I don't want to say I regret it, but kind of regret it. Because I don't always want to do that. What is this? That's new. Whoa. Sure. Bet. Oh, I bet it has police lights. I mean, like, I bet they work. Okay. Okay. That didn't do anything. Hold on. Whoop! Okay, well, whatever. Oh. Whee! Oh my. Woo! You know what? I think that's a good spot to leave him. Right there. Right there. Awesome. I guess that means it's time for freestyle, boys. Let's go! Let's go! Come on now! We got a freestyle! We got to crown a series champion, everybody. Wildside is coming out first, and as I will do with all the other trucks, I will let you know what is at stake for every one of these trucks when they come out. Wildside currently is in 8th. That would mean that he is staying at the stadiums. However, he is only holding on to that by 3 points, so he is going to have to do something good here. Don't forget, everyone, 2 minutes are going to be on the clock, and you guys are the judges. Let's see if I remembered this right. Nope, I didn't. There we go, I did. Maybe not, hold on. That's the button I was looking for. One of those two just did what I was looking for. Okay, you guys are the judges, same as you were in 2 wheel skills. Scores from 1 to 10, I want to see them. I closed my timer because I'm an idiot, but that's okay. Now I'm not an idiot anymore. Here comes Wildside, his final freestyle of the season, going big. Now, there's a lot on the line in this run for the Wild Side truck. He's going to have to push this truck to the limits today to try and make it to the World Finals. This is going to be a fun freestyle track. In order to make it to the World Finals, well, he's going to have to do a lot. He is sitting in 8th place right now. He is holding on to the stadiums by 2 points for next season. If he wants to get qualified, though, you know, he's going to need a huge day. Nice jump out of the Wild Side truck, handling these big landings. 40 seconds in. I do like this track. The main reason why I was excited to do it was for freestyle. I thought racing would be a little better than it was, but it wasn't. But this freestyle track's going to be a lot of fun. Wild Side's officially 1 minute in. A lot of ramps to hit stuff. It's going to lead to a lot of opportunities for things like that. Wild Side creating opportunities as he goes. "30 seconds are left for Wild Side." You could tell he's playing this strategic. He doesn't want to go too crazy because he can't afford to flip over and lose anything. Lands the backflip, and with 8 seconds left, he's going to finish off his season, hopefully with a bang. Alright, well, he flipped it right over at the entrance of the tunnel. Awesome. And that is the end of the time for Wild Side. That's the last you'll see of him in the regular season. Maybe he'll make his way to the World Finals. Mathematically, going to be pretty tough, though. We'll see if he can do it. Leave your scores in the comments. We'll see what it does for Wild Side. Now, Bad Company's out here. He's going to whip out a special body that he left in the trailer just in the event that he was most likely going to get eliminated, knowing that he won't ever get to run it again. And that is this hardy Bad Company truck. And the main reason for that is because, well, odds are this truck's going to be eliminated, not going to be coming back. And if that is the case, then you're not going to get to see this truck compete. And he wanted you guys to see it. Alright, you guys are getting your scores in there. I like it. So what's at stake for Bad Company? Well, he needs to get 7 points. He needs to get 8 points or more. Well, 7 to tie Wonder Woman, but really 8 most likely. 8 points or more on Wonder Woman. So essentially, if Bad Company wants a chance, he's got to win Freestyle right now. That is the only hope he has of staying alive going into next year. Alright, scores are in for Wild Side. It was a good run. It's going to get him an 8.9. So he started off well and had a good bar-setting run. And that's going to bring out Bad Company for possibly one final time on this channel. He's going to launch it to start the run. He wants to make sure you remember Bad Company for all it can do, and not all the bad things that it did do. Just was not a good season. And obviously that's the thing with having 4 stops. I mean, it's going to mean that you've really got to be consistent from the start. And he wasn't. Every driver has something different on the line for themselves here today, and Bad Company knows what he needs to do in order to have a chance That's win freestyle. Problem he's going to run into is that everyone else has that same goal in mind and similar sense of urgency. He's 1 minute in right now. Oh, what the heck? That was invisible in racing. Well, that's annoying. He's got 40 seconds remaining. Oh boy. Bounced himself into a bad spot. Oh, the dumpster got in the way. Can he save it? Yes! And he's still got himself a little over 10 seconds left. Time winding down on Bad Company for what could be his last run. Oh my, he tried the corkscrew. It didn't really work, but he might be able to save it. Oh my, Bad Company. He does save it, and that's the end of the run. He's going to give us one more move for fun just to say goodbye in the event that that is the end of Bad Company. Let's see the scores in the comments. Your next competitor is going to be Son of a Digger. There's a lot riding on this Son of a Digger run. He's got a chance of winning the series, but in order to do that, he's probably going to have to come really high in freestyle. He is sitting at 88 points. He's 5 points out of first. Mathematically, he is guaranteed to be in the World Finals at this point. That is really all you want. But, you know, Son of a Digger would love to add to the Gravedigger family trophy case. Gravedigger winning the very first ever Stadium Series. Son of a Digger would love to win the second. Alright, Bad Company's scores are in. And it's a 9.21. And you know what that means? It means that he's your new leader. Well, Bad Company going to try and play a little spoiler and also try and keep himself alive. It's the best showing we've had out of Bad Company all year. So here comes the Son of a Digger truck, and this is a big run. Very big run. Son of a Digger is off. Let's see the freestyle from one of the top monster trucks ever made. Playing it a little bit conservative already. You can kind of feel it in the flow. Careful, cautious. But he's going to have to go bigger than that. Oh my! Flipped him over. He broke something in the front. He's still going though. He's got a broken... I think it might be a broken tie rod up front. So that's going to slow him down a little bit. We'll see if he can maneuver around it. He's got a little over a minute left in this run. Pushing. He's definitely pushing. You ever see a stoppie on a broken tie rod? Now you have. Oh my, got in the way of the ambulance, and he's going to try and save it again? Can he get the grip? Yes, he can. Son of a Digger's pushing right now. He is pushing. He wants this series badly, and he knows what he has to do to win it. He's got a little over 30, he got a little under 30 seconds left. Does a backflip. He's broken a 4-link bar back there. The truck's just getting more and more destroyed by the as the run goes along. He's going to have time for maybe one more move left, but I don't even know if he's going to get to do one. So he's going to line up for the backflip here in reverse. Just send it off the backflip in reverse, and he landed it. And he's going to stop it right there because that was time. Son of a digger with one of the best runs of the year. And if he wants to win this series, he had to do that. He might have just done it. We'll see. That was great. That was great. Not the day for the front ends, that's for sure. Wow, that was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Rob, I would love to add a timer on screen for freestyle, but it's not that easy to do. So I would love to do that, but the way I stream, it's not really possible. I wish I could, but I don't. That's not really in the cards. I would be able to do it if I wasn't the one driving, but because I'm driving, it's not possible. Next up is going to be Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman right now would be demoted to the arenas, holding on to that spot by 2 points. Going to need to have a good freestyle run as well, but so is everybody. Really nobody who's in just a safe spot and doesn't have to worry about anyone else. Maybe Kraken is the only truck that doesn't really have to worry about anything because he's guaranteed to be not able to win the series, and he's got a 10-point lead out of being qualified, so just really has to drive. Scores are closed. Who just drove? Who was that? Son of a digger. It is a 9.66. Huge number. And that is your new leader. Here comes Wonder Woman. All eyes on Wonder Woman now. We'll see how this truck can freestyle. Jumps over that backflip ramp. Oh my, that could be a problem. Trying to save it. Holy cow. Alright, pull out a save. Well, I didn't expect that out of the Wonder Woman. About 50 seconds into the run right now. Crossing over the track, gonna hit that little police car. Got 40 seconds left. Not having the greatest of runs right now, but we'll see if Wonder Woman can seal the deal well. Got a little backflip to moonwalk in there. That works. Oh dear, the truck's stuck. Well, that's not great. Well, she's going to get a chance for one more move here. Ow, that's a hard hit. Flipping over. And Wonder Woman is done. And that is the end of her season. We'll see if it was enough to keep her alive, and well, we'll find out. Got a couple more got a lot more trucks to go here in freestyle, so let's see those scores. Alright, so here's what's at stake for El Toro Loco. Currently sitting in 7th place, 4 points out of being qualified for the World Finals. Right now, in an okay spot to be safe at the stadiums, but is going to have to do more. He's going to need a good freestyle here. Alright, scores are in. It's a 7.99 for Wonder Woman. That's going to bring out El Toro Loco. Alright, I'm going to start on the car stack. Oh boy, watch out, El Toro Loco. Gotta be careful. "45 seconds in. Gonna go for an early backflip. I love all these car stacks on this track. They're really a nice addition here. It's got about 45 seconds remaining. Ooh, getting a little crazy out there. Lining up for a corkscrew. He landed it, kind of. No one's really able to do that move. Not easy to do. Got about 5 seconds left here. Alright, this stoppie's going to be the last move of his run. And that is it. El Toro Loco has done a valiant effort today from this truck to put on the best show that he can. And I got to admit, that might be enough to keep him not only alive, but maybe even in the World Finals this season. We'll have to see if that is the case. So Blue Thunder is going to be up next, and this truck has had a really bad day today and has actually knocked himself all the way down to 9th, which would be demoted to the arenas. He is currently sitting 2 spots behind Wildside to try and stay at the stadiums for next season, but right now not looking good because Wildside had such a good run. Blue Thunder is going to have to place at least 2 spots above Wildside in order to guarantee that he'll be at the stadiums next season. It's going to be a doozy. Hey, Who Man's here. Woke up at 4:30 to watch Singapore. That's crazy. Adjusting sliding friction. See, I ain't got the time for all that, but shout out to you, Rob. That's a great tidbit. Alright, El Toro Loco's score is an 8.7. That's going to bring out Blue Thunder. Gonna waste no time and jump it right off the bat. He knows what he needs to do. He does. He's fully aware of what is at stake here. "45 seconds into the run. Getting a lot of big air. You could feel that energy. That was a bit of a hard hit on the front left, but looks alright. Oh my, that's big air. Oh boy, he's gonna have to save that one, maybe not. Worked itself out nicely. Lining up for the side of the backflip ramp. Oh, that didn't work quite well. Maybe he can save it. Alright. Well, he went for a wow moment. It backfired a little bit, but he was able to recover it. Now he's got to finish his run with something else. Just flooring it over all those ramps, and that is the end of the time for Blue Thunder. Comment your scores below. Next competitor will be the one truck that's really playing with house money right now. He's got a 10-point lead in staying in the World Finals qualifiers. He also has no mathematical ability of winning the series, so the only way in which he doesn't go to the World Finals right now is if he were to go out here and finish in last, and the drivers below him were able to finish above him by a fair amount. So, for right now, Kraken has obviously got to be feeling pretty good about his chances of being perfectly safe where he is. Alright, that is it for Blue Thunder. It is an 8.6, which means that he places below Wild Side. Not good. Blue Thunder needed to be better than that. And here comes Kraken. Kraken's underway. Let's see the freestyle. This is a very free and easy run. Really, the strategy right now gotta be just to fill the clock. But you also, I mean, at this point, you don't want to just fill the clock because you gotta place pretty high. I mean, a lot of drivers are coming out here getting good numbers. No one's at the bottom of the pack with a low score, so he at least has to place. He has to place in 10th or higher at the end of the day. So Kraken needs to go out here and still put on a good performance. Can't just dilly-dally. Oh my, dilly-dallying might flip him over! No way! Kraken did the last thing he could possibly afford to do. He might have just killed himself with every chance of making it to the World Finals. He had the most easy spot. And your score right now might take him out of it. Unbelievable. What a choke job. Kraken deserves to be out of the World Finals after that. What was that? You have no business being in the World Finals. You had the easiest job in the world. Oh, brutal. Brutal for Kraken. Absolutely brutal. I think I figured out what the body design thing does, because the body models are typically all the same. Even though different people might be making them, they're all, like, let's say Axe. Axe has the Axe body design. So if other people make different trucks with that Axe body design, when you go to change the paint job, you're essentially just changing the paint job, and it'll allow you to pull any paint job that that body design has in your system, even if it's made from like 8 different people. So Axe right now, what does he have to do? Well, Axe has to be feeling really good because Kraken probably just got the lowest score of the day, so he's going to have a chance to probably leapfrog him. He is certainly holding on to a world final spot, but he also needs to have a good freestyle run. We might get a Singapore commentary. Not too sure. We'll see. I am on the fence about it. I would like to do Fowlerville right now, but I also could do that as well. Alright, so that was a terrible run from Kraken. It's a 4.7. Not good. Your scores in the comments are reflected in that number. And Axe is going to come out next to try and revive the scene here today. Axe is off and running. He's got his 2 minutes on the clock. Can't believe Kraken really just threw that away. He had the easiest job in the world. The only driver that was safe. And he's tossed it away. But because he wasn't mathematically safe, he wasn't actually safe. And that's why we're saying he's tossing it away. But now Axe has to feel good because as long as he places like one spot above Kraken, it's a good day. I like that little backflip jump. I haven't gotten to use it much, but it's fun. 55 seconds in here for Axe. Oh, that ambulance got a little problematic, a little quick. I've now got ambulance in my head. Still got 30 seconds left, but he's kind of done nothing at this point. Oh no, not Axe! Oh no! Well, Axe lands on his lid too, and that's not great. We'll see what your scores are, but Axe definitely tried to play it safe and didn't quite get the run he would have liked. So Max D's going to be next. He's going to try and burn it down here in freestyle after finishing in last in two-wheel. Max D's got a lot riding on this too. He's sitting in 6th. Now remember, Max D was in last place after the first stop on this series. He's been able to hold himself up the rest of the way, but he's holding on by 4 points over El Toro Loco. El Toro Loco, the only truck that's really of any problem. El Toro Loco currently sits in 4th. So if he places 7th or above, well, then Max D's going to be in a pretty good spot. So I'd say expect a solid Max D freestyle with a little crazy in there, but probably trying to make sure that he gets a good number. But you never know what's going to happen. Alright, Axe is done. It's a 7.3. You guys were very solid in your scores. We'll see if that number's enough to hold him up. Max D with a chance to leapfrog a couple drivers here today for sure. Alright, Max D's ready to go. Pretty important run for Max D, but it's been the case for almost everybody here today. A lot of important freestyles taking place. Some of those earlier drivers had a lot more at stake, and they've certainly been delivering. It's been the drivers who feel pretty comfortable that are actually the ones that are making the mistakes. They're not as locked in as they need to be. I like that little whip move there. Oh my! Bad bounce for Max D. Can he save it? Yes! That was an awkward landing there, and he's able to stay alive. That might have just saved him. And now he's got a wow moment to go with his run. Still got 30 seconds left. Oh my! Somersaulting! Holy cow. Well, Max D's getting a little crazy out here. He's got 15 seconds left. He just broke that 4-link bar on the bottom left. Or the back left, I should say. Got time for one more move. He's going to line up for the backflip ramp in reverse here. Risky with the broken truck, but he pulls it off, and it's our second reverse backflip of the day, and Max D is done. Give him a round of applause. Went big. Will it be enough to win? I don't know. But I definitely think that just secured him a World Finals spot. Great effort. Next freestyle's a huge one. This one's going to have implications on who the series champion is out here. And I'll tell you what, Son of a Digger is still in first place right now. So the pressure is definitely on Alien Invasion and Black Pearl to have high placing runs. Obviously, the only way Son of a Digger wins is if he places 3 spots above Alien Invasion and 5 above Black Pearl. So those are important to remember, but Alien Invasion also knows that if he places 2 or more spots above Black Pearl, he's got a chance at winning this series as well. So Alien Invasion has to go ballistic in this run to be able to win this series. I'd expect a pretty big freestyle from him. Max D getting some big numbers in there. The scores are in, and it is a 9.6. That is second place. Not quite enough to take the lead, but 0.06 of a point. Son of a Digger with that 9.66 is still in first, but Max D does guarantee that he will be in the World Finals. The question is, where is he going to place? We'll see how Alien Invasion does. This is an important run here. Gonna start with a little donut. I like it. Something a little different to change up the way this freestyle has looked here today. Alien Invasion's been a very consistent competitor this year. Him and Black Pearl are at the top of the series because they've made very little mistakes and have been very good. Son of a Digger has had a lot of big runs and a lot of success, but sometimes when you go so big, it puts you to the bottom of the pack. That has happened to Son of a Digger a lot this year. Alien Invasion, though, has not had that problem, and that is why he has been able to be now in a real good chance at winning this series, but he needs to put on a burner here. 40 seconds in. Going big here in Houston. Oh my, getting a little caught up by that backflip ramp. Hits the backflip. Ooh boy, popped it into a wheelie. Shades of the 2016 World Finals there. I like it. Now we could just kind of let her eat. Jumps on top of the police car. I love that. No one's done that yet today. Oh my, he's in a weird spot, but the bounce just continues to work for him. 30 seconds to go. Will this be enough? I don't know. He's going to have to try and get close to Son of a Digger here. But I don't know if he's been able to do that. He's going to go for the side of this dumpster. Oh my, that didn't quite work. And it's going to flip him right over. So with 7 seconds on the clock, did Alien Invasion do enough to win this series? We'll find out. Score it in the live trapped. There are just 2 trucks left to go in Freestyle, and these are some very important freestyles right now. The next one being Black Pearl, who is your series leader. He just saw what Alien Invasion did. He knows what Son of a Digger did, but obviously, Alien Invasion's score is going to impact how he drives. Alright, Alien Invasion is in. The scores are in, I should say. And it is an 8.8. Not good. And you know what else? Son of a Digger is in first, Alien Invasion is in fifth. That means that Son of a Digger has just overtaken Alien Invasion on this series. So that means that Black Pearl must place right now, because Son of a Digger was 5 points out, which means that Black Pearl needs to place in the top 5 in order to guarantee a series win. This is a big run and a big freestyle coming up, Black Pearl truck. Oh, I think oh, okay. How was the new 3 Days Grace album? Phenomenal! Here comes Black Pearl, big freestyle coming up right now. He has so much riding on this run. He cannot afford to lose anything now. Kind of getting a little lost in the sauce here early on, though, I gotta say. Again, he's got a top 5. That is what is at stake for the Black Pearl truck here. I don't want to remind you guys of some of the scores because I don't want to influence your numbers here. Definitely driving with a little extra authority right now. 55 seconds in. Oh boy! Caught up on the cars. That was almost really bad. Time is winding down here. Cole has got to do something. "20 seconds left. My goodness, this is going to come down to the wire. He gets caught up in this little wall corner. Oh, he might have just pulled off a consecutive backflip. Yes, he did. And it's a consecutive backflip at the end of the time. Right there. That is how he finishes. Will it be enough to keep him at a series champion level? Try and fend off Son of a Digger. Try and fend off Alien Invasion, but we know that's not possible. It's either Black Pearl or Son of a Digger. We're crowning a series champion right now with 1 truck left to go. Your scores are about to determine it. This is huge. Guys, this is the biggest score you've ever given in your life, I promise. Make it count. Make it important. There's so much riding on this score. So much. And while you do that, I'll let you know what's at stake for Mayhem here. Mayhem is currently sitting in 11th and needs to overtake Wonder Woman in order to stay alive. Wonder Woman right now is sitting in 3rd to last, so Mayhem has to place above that, and he will stay alive next season. Alright. The scores are in for Black Pearl. And the score is a 9.1, which will place him in 4th. So that means right now, the way things are set up currently, he is guaranteed to have enough points at the end of the day to be your series champion. It might only be by 1 point if Mayhem places above him, but Black Pearl has done just enough, and he is your Stadium Series 2 champion. Round of applause for your winner of this series. We're not quite done yet, though. One more freestyle is up, and it is Mayhem. And again, a lot riding on this, too. This is going to determine a lot for him. He's got a chance to really put on a good freestyle run right now and try and get himself not only alive, but maybe even out of the arenas, depending on how he does. Hard hit for Mayhem there. Nice slap wheelie. Haven't really seen many of those. Oh my, it's flipping him over. What a rebound. Now he's on the sidewalls. Saving it, maybe? Yes. And a wheelie out of it. Mayhem getting a little bit crazy here in Houston. Oh, wow. Popped it into a moonwalk, too. My goodness. Mayhem's cooking. Who let Mayhem cook? This is awesome. What a freestyle. Exactly 1 minute in, he's going to spin it around to the back flip. Nice air. 20 seconds are left for Mayhem, the final freestyle of this series. Doing a tombstone to finish off the series. And that is it. Mayhem is done, and that is the end of Freestyle today. And what a way to go out. That was a good freestyle. Let's see those scores in the comments. We'll do the encore after we crown our series champion. Well, after we go over the points, I guess. Well, no, you know what? No, we'll do an encore first. Screw it. Let's do a Monster Patrol encore. Why not? Finish it out with a legend of freestyle. Alright, your Mayhem scores are in. I've not listened to the new Deftones. I don't like Deftones. Alright, Mayhem's number is in. It is a 9.11. And that does place above Black Pearl. But thankfully, Black Pearl had already clinched and is going to win this series by 1 point. That is crazy. That is actually nuts. Because 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, nuts. So Mayhem just guaranteed that he is staying alive, so that's great. But before we tally up all the numbers, let's do our little encore here. Man, these trucks are built so different. I mean, look at this thing. Gotta crush some cars first, of course. These trucks were not built to jump. My, what air! Nice, right over the cop car. Oh boy. Flipping her over. Oh my. Well, that works. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to try. It's going to work just like that. These trucks also really took a lot to flip over. They're so stiff. It was also chronic back pain 101. Which is why Tom Mentz can't walk. Oh, that would have... What in the world? Oh dear. What have I done? What have I done? We broke the game. Yeah, we broke it. It's broken. Yeah. I think that's enough. Oops. Oops, you broke the game. BKT's on it to make it cursed? That's funny. Hold on. I'm not going to drive it, but I do want to see it. Oh, I don't think... Oh, I can. Yes. Cursed Monster Patrol. Nice. I love it. That's really funny. That is really funny. Cursed Monster Patrol. Alright, guys, let's tally up these points, shall we? All we have to do is add in the freestyle points, so that's nice and easy. So remember when I said that Kraken just had to place above 10th? Well, he finished in last, so... Alright, let's do the points. Son of a Digger's 12. I'm just going to tell you guys after it's over. Interesting. Oh, I closed. Stupid ass. I closed the damn document. All right. So the points are all in here. Whew. Don't get closer than that, folks. A 1-point difference at the top. That's insane. Ooh. folks. Things are getting interesting. Oh, I love it. I love it. Alright. We are done for today. There will be no tiebreaker. I thought we were going to have a tiebreaker, but we don't have a tiebreaker, unfortunately. So, all things are finished. Your series winner, as you already know, is Black Pearl with 101 points. Crazy, crazy, crazy close second, Son of a Digger, with 100 points. He is qualified for the World Finals, placing second on the series. Placing in third and also qualifying for the World Finals with 97 points is Alien Invasion. Finishing fourth and qualifying for the World Finals with 83 points is Max D. Finishing fifth and qualifying for the World Finals with 79 points is Kraken. And the last qualifier, finishing sixth on the series and going to the World Finals with 77 points, is Axe. So, no real change amongst those drivers there. Now, the next two spots are the trucks that'll be staying at the stadiums but not going to the World Finals. In seventh, with 73 points, El Toro Loco. And in eighth, with 70 points, Wild Side. Fascinating. Then we have the two drivers that are going down to the arenas next season. With 67 points, Mayhem in ninth. And in 10th with 65 points, Blue Thunder. And in last place, we have a tie for last, both with 63 points, Wonder Woman and Bad Company. Bad Company almost, he was 2 points away from staying alive, but unfortunately, those two trucks have been eliminated, and that is the end. What a wild, wild day, and a very, very fascinating way to end off this series. Black Pearl, your series champion, meaning that Gravedigger and Black Pearl are your two Stadium Series champions. Gravedigger had 114. If Black Pearl was on the other series, he would have finished in third, by the way. Beam Monsters was in second with 102 on that series, so that's fascinating. But it was a tight one at the top, 4 points separating the top three trucks, but Black Pearl prevailed and is your winner. We still have two more series to get through. They are your two arena series, and we'll crown some more champions and send more drivers to the World Finals. I can't wait to see how that goes, and I can't wait to see you all there. It is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm very, very excited to see how the next couple series go down. Thank you all for joining me. It's been a blast. Have a good rest of your Saturday,